Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is United Uncle. As we meet again to discuss the problems of Manchester United. Today I'll be doing the fourth episode, solely focused on the media. I hope I found you well. As we start with the visual media, which includes TV, social media like our YouTubes, our TikToks, everything. You can name it. Starting with the television media. As you all know, they're the ones who do press conferences, post, pre conferences, press conferences, and they also have got different channels where they discuss about Manchester, where they talk about Manchester, where they push a narrative about Manchester. So, what I've noticed, how the media has contributed also to the downfall of Manchester United. The media is very critical of Manchester United. They mostly look at the negative things of Manchester United. They hardly focus on the positive things. They are there, those medias which do mostly positive about Manchester. But what I have seen, the mainstream media in particular, especially in these big countries, starting with England and other European countries, America, which focus on, which do discuss about Manchester United or about football in general. I've seen they are very negative about Manchester. Let's check about the press conferences. Instead of talking about tactics, players who are injured, players who are coming in, mostly it's about the stories which happened building up to the matches. It's about the fights, you name it. It's hardly about the match itself. Check it, the questions which are given to the coaches in the press conferences. It's hardly about the match. It's about the player. Is the player going? Are you fighting with this player? Are you getting fired? Are you doing this? Is it a hard job? It's hardly about the match. Media's duty is to tell us what's happening, especially the mainstream. It's about telling us what's happening. We need to know the truth, unbiased view. But my opinion, media is not doing a good job about that. Check, let me give you an example of Ten Hag. Listen to his press conferences. It's about the men. It's about the men. They're attacking the men. They are not attacking the ball. It's about you as a person. Are you fit for this? Are you this? Are you this? Are you this? It's hardly about the tactics. Remember when Manchester United won the FA Cup, we thought the post-match conference is gonna be about how did you win, the tactics you use, things like that. It was hardly about that. It was about, are you getting fired? Are you gonna be here next season? Are you gonna be what? Check now even on Ruben Amorim. Check the type of questions which they put to the coach. Us, when we listen to those press conferences, we want about the match, the tactics. How do you think you're going to use this player? How do you think you're going to do this? How are you going to do this? Do you think you're going to match against this player? No. Them is about the man in person. I feel that the media is not doing justice to Manchester especially. Then we've got talk shows in various TV channels, talk shows, where there's a group of ex-players, be it the ones who played for Manchester, the ones who didn't play for Manchester. It's attack after attack, attack after attack. You signed the wrong player, you are playing boring soccer, the worst match ever, the worst coach, useless coach, this and that. Everything is negative. There's nothing which they see which is positive. Just example for this season. On all our signings or 5 signings for this season, only one maybe hasn't clicked, but he's gonna click. That is Joshua Zesky. But the rest, they've played well. But you hear ex-players, very big ex-players who are regarded high in the industry, telling you that no, the the signings were bad. That's why we're doing this. The signings were bad. And also, the media, there's this issue of nationality. The criticism of British players is different from criticism of people who carry a passport. I've seen it a lot. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm correct, but I believe I'm correct because I listen to these things. There's too much criticism of people who come from other leagues or who come from other countries as compared to people who are from Britain or England in particular. That thing is not doing justice to the club. But we can't control what the media does because we don't work for the media. We are not the editors. We are not the owners. They say criticism sells, controversy sells. So the media are doing a very good job in destroying the club. But remember, the very same players, they listen to this. They listen to this criticism. They listen that they're useless. They're doing nothing. The worst team ever. What do you think when that player is going into the ground? How does he play? He's afraid to express himself. Manchester has become a club which finishes careers of players. It has become a club which finishes careers of coaches. It's like everyone who comes to Manchester, you become worse. It's because of the pressure. There's pressure in this page. So I had said I need to make an episode solely about media. Then it goes also to print media. What they write, check the big pages, check even on the internet. What is the heading? Manchester this, Manchester that, Manchester that. But there are teams which they don't even mention. You don't even know what's happening at Manchester City. You don't even know what's happening in Aston Villa. It's just Manchester this, Manchester what, Manchester what. They're trying to sell the papers. We understand. It's for them to sell or to get more views or to get more clicks. We've seen even now on YouTube, even on the TikToks and everything, there's now a rapid rise of YouTubers who are very critical of the team just to get clicks. Very critical of the team just to get clicks. But here at United Anchor, we are here to try to see what is the problem and to spread the positive word, to spread the positive message about Manchester United. Then we talk about, still on the media, those who have got the rights of filming and broadcasting the matches. There's this narrative that the commentary is biased. And for you, there's a certain broadcaster who's got the rights of the Premier League. Check the comment, listen to the comment. If you can listen to that commentary and go to another broadcaster, you will see, like, is it the same match or is different matches? It's very negative towards Manchester United and positive towards whoever the opposition were playing with. Then there's also this issue, like, they control the repeats and where they're supposed to put a repeat. Like, we've got a handball claim. You remember even when we played Liverpool, there was a handball claim by Manchester United, but they never showed the repeat. And the commentator is already saying, no, it's not, what. So I don't know who controls those repeats for people in general, for us to see when we're watching the match, that was it a handball? Is it a mistake from the ref? Who controls those things? We've seen that thing is happening now, where you know that there's a handball claim, there's a penalty claim, it's never repeated. But if it's something against Manchester United, they will repeat it and repeat. From now on, all of you who watch matches, try to check what I'm saying. And please, if I'm wrong, comment, correct me. We'll improve our content. But I've noticed this. I don't believe I'm wrong. Check just the recent match for Liverpool against Manchester United. Check when Manchester United was claiming for a penalty. What happened? Did you see that repeat? Check the other way when it was for delete. Before even people are claiming, it was already being repeated. Check those things. If you are subscribed to the main broadcaster which has got the rights in England, I won't say names. I'm not here to name and shame. My duty is to spread the positive word. As we said, to be critical pays. Most of these channels, they've got ex-players. involved. Once in a while, there's an ex-player in some of these channels. What I believe, if you're a Manchester United ex-player, your duty is to protect us when you're in those circles. But now we're seeing that it's like they're helping each other. They're teaming up with those people who never liked us. There are people that the moment he opens his mouth, he's going to be negative about Manchester. Those so-called analysts. But sometimes I don't think to be an ex-player, it means you are a very good analyst. You know things which you don't know. You've been in the changing room and stuff. You know other things. But I don't think it automatically correct that you become a very good pundit. I don't think so. Because some of these guys are millionaires, some are billionaires, they've got money, businesses in different countries, they are called to charity, to do this. Where do they get the time to watch soccer? Some of us, we watch soccer 24 hours, so we can see exactly what's happening. So I believe people who never played the game, they are very good at analyzing these matches. So my advice to you, when you are watching soccer, go both sides. Check the mainstream, check even small content like us and other big YouTubers. Analyze everything, watch the game, then you come to your conclusion. Don't just listen that Gary Neville said this, Paul Scholes said it, Roy Keane says it, Tim Sherwood said this, Michael Owen said this. No, analyze yourself and come to the conclusion, because I feel the media is leading us astray, and that thing, it's bringing pressure to the current players, because they listen to these things, their families listen to these things, so it becomes a problem when they're supposed to produce in the game. There are players who are not known for one touches, who like to dribble, who like to run the ball, but now they're afraid. They do a safe pass because they're afraid that if the ball can be lost, if I shoot, I do this, if I do this, people are going to say what? Example, Zeski, he was supposed to shoot the last minute, but what did he do? He opted for a safe pass to Harry Maguire because he's afraid that if I miss here, people are going to criticize me. So, just to conclude on this part, please guys, if anyone who works in the media come across this, even the smallest one, the smallest you can think of in such a remote country or whatever, your job is to be fair. Your job is to analyze, critique where possible. If you see good, tell us the good. If you see bad, you can tell us the bad. Don't be negative, because there are people like me. Some of us who have stopped watching other channels because we just know that this guy is gonna say this, this guy is gonna say this, and I don't know what do they think they are achieving in doing that. I don't know. No, yeah. If I say I don't know, now I'm lying. I know they're seeking to achieve views, money, to get the billionaires owners to get money. The more views, the more everything works out. So that is my small sense about the problems of Manchester United. I've done 4 episodes about this. I've talked about the players, I've talked about Ferguson, I've talked a lot about the owners, I've talked about the board, I've talked about the takes, I've talked about the media, everything, even as supporters, where we do wrong. I've said it all. Anyone who thinks that I've missed a point or who thinks I should discuss about a certain issue, please feel free to comment. If you liked my comment, you liked my analysis, this is your United Uncle. Feel free to see my previous episodes, because today is the 4th episode. Feel free to go and listen. I believe I'm helping out in a way. I thank you.